Hello there. I just wanted to post up my footage of Asakura's mining, putting his dredge together. And thank you, Jim, for inviting me. It was an honor to be there, a pleasure to meet everyone. Everyone included Calvin, Adventures with Goat, and Jonathan Brewer. If you don't know who they are, check out their channels. Jonathan Brewer and Adventures at Goat, and Asakura Mining, who gave us all opportunity to help him put together his dredge. So here's my footage, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks.
We call it nozzle fever. You will end up clogging and overrunning the material that catches your fine stuff. And you'll be dredging for half a day, and you won't be catching any fine gold because it will have filled up and you're just blowing it off.
So the bottom fills out pretty quick with the fine, with
it's down underneath.
Right. So how often would you say clean that one out then? Especially out here because we got a lot of black sand and flour gold.
You see, these riffles are about an inch deep. So it's probably going to take about 20 minutes, and it'll be ready for a cleanup.
Oh, wow.
You'll see if you watch things like Mine Rescue, either one, either Freddie Dodge here in the States or there's one in Australia too. One of the things you do is you have a bunch of different types of material, different ripples for the different sizes and types of gold, whether it's flat or round, okay? And so we call this miner's mox. It's also called Nomex.
Yep.
Yeah, I would lift that.
Unscrew it.
Well, let's get that
It'll
bottom
slide out this way. Now that you remove that,
There
there you go.
Now you see, this is what catches the fine gold at the very bottom.
And that's mostly what we're going to be
See how the
catching.
riffles are a lot different than this heavy big stuff?
I'm hoping for
See,
some
we
nugs for Jim
had
this year.
wire plate and punch plate at the upper parts.
Yeah.
To do.
So that's the big one there is 1/2 inch. This looks like, is it 8?
If it's not 8, it's 3/16.
Yeah, it's a quarter.
Yeah.
3/16 usually they don't.
3/16. It could be 3/16 too.
Close.
And
It's
you can
between
see
that
when you get
somewhere.
further down, not only do you have a smaller set of riffles under the big riffles, but you also got expanded metal for it. So this is for your fine gold collecting.
Yeah, and you'll see
It's
on
a
the
beautiful
professional
machine,
guys who do
dude.
the same thing. Sometimes
Oh.
Dodge just takes the riffles. He'll have a section just expanded metal and carpet, and no. The only thing that I don't care for in Colorado, I like Keene's carpet, but it's it catches the fine gold. But try to get it out.
Yeah, you had to burn it.
Yeah. Now, you got Gorilla Tape.
Yeah, I do have Gorilla Tape.
Are you
I
gonna
didn't
seal
bring
it?
it over here.
So the
other
edges.
thing that I've learned because of a manufacturer that makes mats is that you see how this stuff, it looks like it fits in there pretty tight, right? Well, no, you're talking gold.
Gaps on the
Gold
side.
that's,
Yep.
smaller than 200 mesh. Okay, so that's 10 times smaller than your window screen. Okay, it's going to go path of least resistance. So if it doesn't have to go over these riffles, it can hit the edge and go down the edge. That's what it's going to do.
Yep.
So I think I've got a roll of Gorilla Tape in the Jeep if you don't have any. So I always now tell people that
I got silicone.
I seal up these edges.
I got clear
make sure that I do
silicone.
Well, you want to be able to pull that out still, right?
Oh, you can clean that up pretty easily.
Okay. All right.
That's what I used to do with mine. It's like I didn't have dredge, don't get me wrong, but
I don't know anything.
silicone the
so.
very edge. It's a pain in the butt, but it works. Like, I wouldn't do it
So
with
some of the
dredge.
stuff we're doing is going to just be, assembling it, but we got to assemble it to run for the superfine Colorado gold.
Right. If you're going out there, you want to catch everything.
Yeah.
If you're spending the time and the energy, yeah, you definitely want to get everything.
No, it's
And the
probably
money.
in the bucket there that's overcovered.
I'm gonna take a break on this. Okay, Valerie.
I can go find my rolls inside somewhere. I'm gonna go back here and get my Dr. Pepper real quick though.
If you guys are interested, I just dropped a new trailer for my freaking channel
I spent that 120 for everybody.
Good Lord.
while we were standing right here.
They both done the same,
Just, yeah. 2 are pepperoni and ham, 2 are extra cheese, mushroom, and bread.
Nice, nice. Let's try one of
No.
these.
I licked that one.
I thought I was the only one you didn't lick.
I don't have any grill. I do have silicone.
You sure it's?
Your machine, yeah, it's growing. It's just great.
Yeah.
You want to
No.
dip black?
Yeah.
So you want to decide which ones you want sealed?
Well,
Definitely the ones down low.
yep.
Yeah. Want to show you how to do it?
Well, it's just the way it falls to do it before.
Yeah.
I'm using
I'm gonna grab another piece.
1950s technology with 2023 technology. This is a 1950s freaking tripod.
Actually, sluices go back to biblical times.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks about, has heard about the, the golden fleece. Well, yeah, you just get the measurement.
Yeah.
You want to go with that. And they didn't just lay the fleece out. They actually would channel it, which is nothing more than all a sluice box does, is it channels it over something to be collected. So, it's great.
Yep. If y'all haven't had y'all seconds and thirds and fourths and onesies and twosies, get over there. Oh yeah, it's my goat would know this. It's my Pike's Peak.
Nice.
14110.
You know it's actually 1415.
That's what they say, but until they can.
They actually found a couple more 14ers because of GPS. I think we're up to
I
what,
got my 4-inch
57 or something like that.
Yeah.
We run it about 8 minutes and have to clean it up.
Wow.
We put a second 4-foot sluice on it. Now we need to clean up about every 20 minutes. And we're still losing gold.
It's getting my fingers.
The original guy who's the father of Keene Engineering, started Keene Engineering, was a contemporary of a guy called Carl von Mullen. He used to live on the southwest over by Durango. Actually, I can't remember the name of the town. Anyway, he used to hold annual conventions and workshops on how to dredge and how to catch the superfine Colorado gold. But he also was a pioneer metal detector,
Nice.
treasure hunter.
So that's one. So when it goes in there, that will
Go fold up.
fold up like that, and now you don't have that stuff right inside. So you always tape your mats.
Because otherwise, what you're doing is all gravity.
Need to get you some dream map.
Panning or sluicing.
You know,
Steve,
who did I?
It's all
I had that talk.
gravity taking
I've had that
heavy
talk with
stuff
several
in.
guys as well as Goat. It's for me. I love the science on Dream Map, but I don't love the guy's ethics. Because when he did that gold show, and he did his mat versus Miracle
Right.
Mat, Gold Hog Mat, and some other competitors' mat, they were in a plexiglass case,
Yeah, I watched. I remember it.
and they were all four at the same exact pitch, and he wanted to have the nerve to talk about gold migration down the mat.
Right.
But the other three mats were not dialed into their
To
proper
their specifications.
Spec.
He said it at the same one. He did the dream map versus like
So-
every other recommended spec. Right.
So for that reason, I will not own a piece of Dream Map, regardless of how good the science behind it is.
Right.
I will not own a piece of his map.
So what he's doing is you take a third of it and put it over the mat or the carpet. And then you fold the other 2/3 all over on itself.
And then he also had the nerve to tell Mike Pung he was going to put Mike Pung out of business. Co-creator of the Gold Cube, which I've got 2 Gold Cubes. So,
Yeah, Mike used to tell people, we didn't make these, we aren't making this for sluices. It's for the gold cube. And then they came out with the banjo pan, which is a pan and combined with the sluice, a mini sluice. And it works, but you gotta remember 15 degrees. Try to train yourself to pan at 15 degrees. It's not easy.
Yeah, I have several sluices. I even have the little mini nugget. Come on, Ray. Gold trap, little nugget gold trap. Can't think of what the grizzly. It actually did pretty good. It just fills up really quick. My mother load, larger size, might work a lot better because there's a lot more box. But none of them work like this will.
See, what we need is we need a cameraman. That way we all can just do our thing.
that's what I've said I've needed since I've been doing my channel.
Even if we have a drone and freaking wireless mics, man, that on the follow us, you know, like 7
My
feet.
son talked me into being the cameraman for his junior high football games. I missed the football game.
Yep.
Yep. There's another piece of carpet in there, man. So it'll have a lot more of a snug fit, as you can see too. So that will help this thing from not
Sit over that.
getting blown out from you sometimes too. Depends on how smooth the aluminum is.
That won't keep all of the stuff.
It's very cool.
You know, nothing's 100%.
Yeah.
That won't keep everything from getting to that bottom metal
Gotta be.
and
It's
blowing
gotta
out.
have that for
So it'll
I
keep
would
most
guess.
of it.
That's not a problem. I'm on my way. All right. I gotta go take a payment, guys. So y'all
Yes, sir.
stay at it.
Need a bodyguard?
I got some work on my stuff.
Thank you, Dennis, for coming by.
Yeah, I'll talk to you more about it.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
go.
All right.
Good to see you, man.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, right.
Alright, so what we've got here is an angry sluice. And if you don't feed this sluice properly, it will be pissed off.
You'll have a lot of fun, you just won't keep it control.
Now these two guys right here are in dangerous territory. They don't know what the hell they're doing.
You're not wrong about that. So how far from the end should this last riffle be?
The
Right, so the
It's
plate
actually-
would go, that goes on top, right?
Yeah.
Not the plate itself. Slick plate.
right there. Yeah, but you.
This would go in.
Okay, there's the edge. All right.
Yep.
Come that way,
Yeah.
drop down.
Should slide. It might be stuck on the Gorilla Tape a little.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little bit.
Here too.
There you go. Okay.
And then the plate goes in there.
Either way.
Yep. Go ahead, front slide through. There it is. Nice. Nicely done. You're almost there.
Now he's got. We need to. Guys, watch so you know how to do the mat. Yeah. Perfect.
Yep. Are we
Take
taping
my
that
hand.
one too? Okay.
Yep. Any of that.
Makes sense to me.
So my 851, I had
And just before bow season. And about every other year, somebody gets mauled.
it's
And
like,
it's you know it's Camper City, Tent City.
oh yeah, food. Bears come to that smell.
Especially when you're gonna do a catch, cook, and survival, they're gonna smell that trout.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're gonna come right for it.
Well, that's what you did, didn't you catch it for them?
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess I know how to have bear for dinner if I want bear for dinner.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
That's why you bring the 45, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, with extra bullets.
Or if you want, you just bring a 22 and make sure you have a buddy you can shoot his kneecaps.
Yep. You can outrun him, you're safe.
That's why I'm training so freaking hard.
I can outrun a bear for about 10 minutes.
Jacketed hollow points.
Yeah, there you go.
Or the Extreme Penetrators by Under Armour. Or not Under Armour, but Underwood Ammo.
I like the dragon's breath.
That's just a bunch of magnesium.
Yep.
It's like pepper spray.
Right. Wolves don't like fire. Bears don't either. But of course, I'm not going to be carrying that one.
I'm getting the Alien Gear chest holster.
I'm going to have to look into that. I haven't seen that one.
Because, you know, you have your straps, your waist strap for your backpack. You don't want to have it here.
Right.
You can't get to it. I don't like leg harnesses because this bottom strap's going to pop off. So chest holster. It'll be right there.
Yep.
You know?
The other thing that I always like to be able to see the water flow over my riffles, and I can't see what the water flow is doing.
In the bottom.
And because you change the size of riffles, it can impact, you know, the angle to get the right flow over them. But you could see what I was talking about. You know, it expands, and you,
But I can't
plus
get
you
that
get-
off.
plus you get grit on the sides. So yeah, it's good that you can. I gotta remember that because my son's looking at building his own sluice box out of steel. It's like, well, the problem with steel is it's fine if you're sluicing from a wash plant, but if you're in a stream and you're doing cleanups, you know, that's why you see those big deals. What they do is, you know, they just go to the side, and they've got intentionally have gaps in the side. Okay, and the reason for that is so they can, you know, knock
Don't
it
jam
out.
up on them, really.
Yeah, we need Scotty and Star Trek to come out so it's transparent.
That one there.
Wonder if we could make like a plexiglass one similar to that. That
It's gonna get all scratched up.
you'd still be able to see through it.
Yeah.
And it would act as to catch some of that flour as it goes by it.
Gold
Well-
Mountain Trip, or whatever his name is, the guy in Vermont, he makes plexiglass kind of sluices. And Grumpy X Prospector, I think, made a little, or at least where his underflows are plexiglass.
Yeah.
No, what I seen Freddie Dodge do one time is he just put a window.
Yeah, so they
In
can
it.
come under there and see
Yeah,
the
that's
swirl.
Yep,
kind of what I'm
yep.
thinking, something
Yep.
like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
because I was telling him the problem.
Because then you can see your flow, you can see your build up, you can see all of that.
You're setting your sluice up, the riffle flow up here, but you don't know what
All right.
you flow down here.
Exactly, yeah.
The more heavy
And
metal
you have to
music
just,
singing
you have
to
to just
me.
assume it'll be okay.
So now, for some of y'all that don't know, my original intention was to get the 6-inch Supermax that has the -8 sump at the end, which drives two side sluices, which looks like the Enterprise's.
Oh,
base.
yeah.
Yeah, basically they take the super fine sluices and stick them out on the sides.
Right.
So
That'd
you
be
can even do
nice.
your cleanup on your dredge, even if you're
Just
powered.
wash it out and let
Yeah.
it suck it in it.
But I can't use that kind of dredge here in Colorado because it's a 6-inch. We can only have up to a 4-inch as far as the opening. But that would be easy enough to neck down. But we can only have a single motor. And that one has twins, and you can only have up to 8 horsepower.
You can have as many motors as you want as long as you don't bust 8 horsepower
Yeah.
in total.
So it's 13. Both the twin motors on the 6 are 13s.
Yeah.
Because it's a 2-foot by 8-foot box that has to push water through. Small cry that this one is to that one.
Right.
So since I can't use it in Colorado, plus it would have cost me $13,000.
Yeah, there's no point in having it.
That's going to be my Alaska dredge. Or if I go to Pakistan and have the whole fleet of dredges, lease out a dozen of them to the locals, make a royalty off of them, so
Yeah.
I'm making money while I'm making money, and have 2 or 3 for my own.
You're gonna need some help in Alaska, just so you know.
Oh, especially on 40 mile. Because if you go to Alaska, that's where you want to go, 40 mile river.
I've never been there. Colorado's the furthest west I've been. And I'm from Southeast Georgia and Florida.
40 mile is 6 hours out of Fairbanks. You're almost to the eastern border to where Canada.
You ever near Russia?
No, not that way. Towards Canada, where they celebrate Easter on Monday.
Oh,
Hold on.
bloody.
So there we go. There we
There
go.
it
Hold
is.
on. Gonna get it tucked
Get
under
under
the book. Yes, sir.
So what's also cool about this is, this gives you guys a good bird's eye look of,
Yep.
do you want to mess with Keene's carpets or do you want to do your own other configuration in it?
Now we got, what do we have?
That's their stuff, but their stuff's always, that goes on top there. Yeah, remember this came
Take
from the
that- oh,
factory,
that one's
so
already
they
taped.
didn't pay attention to how much they cut.
Here.
This
That one
up
goes
there.
right up here.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Didn't it go under that? Like that? Something like this, right?
And then this goes on top.
Oh yeah, it's white hat.
How does the, where does that sit? Right on the lip here?
So they glued that piece onto that one, didn't they? Yeah. Do you want to seal it with tape on the edges?
Well, wouldn't that catch? Even if it went by that, it would hit the next
It
set.
should, so. Yeah, anything that gets loose on the sides here, it's gonna get caught here.
Right. I mean, we could tape that and it's gonna make it, well,
Okay.
Let's just go like this. I can always retape that.
I like this, man.
So it's really cool that y'all got the chance to come out because
Get to learn.
not often somebody is putting a dredge together.
Right.
And how many people that we mess with on the live streams are doing this?
Or have never seen one of these. And
There's
like,
not too many people that have dredge stuff. If they have anything filmed on with a dredge, they're out in the river operating.
right.
So this stage has already been more than accomplished.
It needs to come up a little bit more.
Maybe that piece ain't far back enough.
This one. That looks like it's gonna catch right there. But doesn't
I thought that went under that lip.
Oh, man, it started. I gotta learn this thing better. I haven't been practicing enough. First time I broke it out was at my son's 6th birthday.
It's not sitting as wide as I thought it was going to sit. I thought it was going to be much wider than that.
Like that maybe.
Yeah. That might be better. Yeah. Else it's the tape.
Yep, that'll be it.
So guys, this is my new boss, Dave, and his nephew. Nephew, sir?
Son-in-law.
Son-in-law.
Hey, Dave.
Nice
this
to
is
meet you
Calvin.
guys.
That's who you were, sir.
Jeff, nice to meet you.
Jonathan.
Jonathan, nice to meet you.
Michael?
Hey, Michael.
Nice to
meet you.
He's
meet
one
you.
of our actual tenants.
Yep.
All right. I like you more. The rest of these guys.
We're just place savers.
Yeah, Calvin's my mining and church buddy.
All right.
We go to church right down the street here.
Well, I really want to see this deal. This is cool.
Well, we got the floats and the frame set in place. So the motor and the water pump will go on the front piece, which is higher up, and the sluice box will fit in the
So
lower part.
once you get this done, I see it floats, and then you just kind of walk around with it, or is it stable?
It's like a big vacuum.
You anchor this thing.
You anchor it. Okay.
You guys ever done any dredging before?
I have
Dredging
not.
since about 1980.
I never for gold, but I worked for an environmental remediation company. We did dredging, like to get lead shot out of
Yeah.
shooting ranges.
Well, we'll catch the next lot. In fact, a lot of states, they've realized, in fact, like Washington and Oregon had a project that they had with the local clubs.
Exhaust from higher up. And
Got one there,
Calvin's
water.
got it, so there we go. We're gonna put that there on the compressor. So that way it can breathe where the exhaust is coming out from the back. This is higher up and away from the exhaust, so that way your divers can breathe. You're not breathing in CO2, carbon monoxide, or whatever could, possibly,
Or anybody standing behind you.
harm somebody, make them pass out. You don't want somebody passing out on the water. So
breather is at the top up there like that. Where you can see it right there by microscope.
So right here's the 4-inch swivel.
Yep. Swivel nozzle there, goes channel straight.
20-foot hose goes down all over there.
And what I'm going to put the guys to the test to now is to man the hose and just move it around and see how heavy a 4-inch, 20-foot long hose with a metal nozzle is.
So
Cool.
what we should do is we should pull this out and set it out.
Yep, we'll do that.
And
Cool. So everybody's liking it. Everybody's like it's looking like a pretty sleek machine. So the truer test is coming when we actually get it out on the river someday in the future here and get her going and get her manned with a good crew and see what we can do for run times and what our concentrates will end up looking like. So that I'm anxious to see when that time comes what we will get and how we'll perform. So ought to do pretty darn good. Keene 4-inch dredge. Well, I want to thank everybody that has tuned in and seen this. And I want to thank everybody who came out today to come and put this together. We've got 3 YouTube channels represented here. Adventures with Goats, Jonathan Brewer, I said his name right this time, and Asakura mining, which you know good well as me. And then we're going to have a new buddy, and he might have a channel coming up here real soon, right? We'll have to figure out if he's developed a name for his channel or what, or whatever it's called. And then of course Calvin is Calvin. He's my true friend. Not that these guys aren't. Oh, wait. These guys are my new friends.
Is it moving?
No.
Oh, it's unscrewed.
Okay.
I didn't see it, so I'm going, no.
That's what you want to find. Somebody who's got some good wealth of experience. Who's never done all of this before. Give the people that know.
But right now, it's probably good enough.
Everybody has
Take it off.
a little
Not
trips and trade or a little other thing.
Bigger and bigger.
Bigger and better. Moving material. That's what it's all about. Honoring friendship and moving material.
So Jim, did you show them the 500 buckets of material that are empty right now?
Yeah, they've seen my 750 plus buckets, 5-gallon buckets to be able to move 10 cubic yards of material. Now here's a good comparison. How long would it take us 5 guys to fill up over 755-gallon buckets to what this machine can move in an hour? This thing's rated for 9 cubic yards an hour.
I can move 9 tons of dirt by myself in a freaking 6-hour day. Guarantee it.
There we go. He said it. I didn't.
Hey, professional landscaper.
He's your high bacon buddy.
You can't use bobcats and front loaders.
He just
and all that
no,
kind of
he just
stuff.
used a
We're
shovel.
talking about shovel.
Just give me a heater, bro.
Okay, so the best
Thank you for
time
tuning in,
somebody
everyone.
is
That's what the dredge looks like.
76
And we'll come
5-gallon
to you next time with another adventure. And
All
whether
right.
we're with Jonathan or Goat,
digging out of
or
the
we're with Mike or Calvin, or just me, we will bring you something else at another later point in time. So thank you guys. We'll see you next time around.
And there may be pizza.
And there may be pizza, but I'm not paying for the next one. That was $120.
Yeah.
Well, I gave the driver $15 too. It was worth it. For a day like today, for a day like this, with plugs for the vortex.
probably want to get a Dredge, fully extended, tip to tip.
What'd you call me?
Post nasal drip.
There you go.
Here's the swivel head.
So what we could do now is we can crop this background out and put it in the chin.
Like a little shield.
Yeah, right here. I think I have one on. That'll fit that.
All right.
It's what it is. It's like a cowl on your, on your hood, and it just.
Yeah, I thought that was it.